What if I told you the Doctor just rewrote the laws of storytelling itself in a way the show has never dared before? What if I told you that Ncuti Gatwa just gave us the most emotional, magical, and dangerous version of the Doctor we've ever seen? And what if this episode isn't just good, it's forbiddenly brilliant, a sci-fi fairy tale so deliberately designed that even the gods are watching? This isn't just another Doctor Who episode. This is the story and the engine, and it's already being called the hidden masterpiece of Season 15. But here's the part they won't tell you. This episode breaks the timeline. This episode exposes a myth that's been hiding in Doctor Who for decades. And someone doesn't want you to know what the Doctor did in Nigeria in 2019. But we're about to reveal it all. For years, fans complained that Doctor Who was losing its way, that it forgot what made it great, the balance of science and wonder, logic and legend. It tilted too far into fantasy. It lost its soul. But here's the brutal truth no one wants to say out loud. Doctor Who didn't just drift, it drowned. Underneath the glitter of Time Lords and flashy TARDIS spins, the stories started slipping. Episodes became events, not emotions. And worse, the Doctor? The Doctor became background. But then Ncuti Gatwa stepped in. And this episode? It didn't just bring him to the front. It built a temple for him. In The Story and the Engine, the Doctor lands in 2019 Nigeria. But this isn't a casual stopover. It's a mirror. A moment that forces him, and us, to face something ancient, something hungry, something divine. A village haunted by missing people. A Doctor drawn in by the stories of strangers. And a world where your story is your soul. And someone, something, is collecting both. This is not your usual alien invasion. This is mythology with teeth. And the worst part? The engine is already running. What they don't want you to know is this. The villain in this episode isn't a god. They're a servant of the gods, a story harvester, a being who feeds on narrative energy, who builds power from your fears, your love, your regrets. The spider crawling through the stars is real. But it's not just science fiction. It's a metaphor for something Doctor Who has avoided for years. What happens when the stories become more important than the people in them? What happens when the Doctor becomes the myth and forgets the man he used to be? And what if someone is trying to take that myth away, piece by piece? This episode dares to answer that. In one breathtaking moment, the Doctor faces the villain not with weapons, but with his own stories. He unlocks his history. He challenges the gods. And for the first time in a long time, the Doctor looks into the abyss and says, "No more lies, no more legends, just truth." And Ncuti Gatwa? This isn't just his moment. This is a warning to every past version of the Doctor. You forgot who you are, but I haven't. And then, out of nowhere, the impossible happens. Jo Martin's Fugitive Doctor appears. But she's not supposed to be here. She's from a different cycle, a hidden memory, a forgotten truth. So why is she standing in front of Ncuti's Doctor? What does she remember that he doesn't? And who pulled her into the story engine in the first place? It doesn't add up. Unless the pantheon of gods is rewriting the rules again. Or worse, unless the Doctor himself is being rewritten. We're only scratching the surface. What the Doctor discovers at the end of this episode changes everything. A truth so big, even the TARDIS can't contain it. And next, we're diving into the real reason Belinda came back. Why the spider wasn't alone. And the terrifying new villain that's already hiding in plain sight. Let's talk about Belinda. She's not just a companion. She's not just another human along for the ride. She is the audience's conscience. She is your eyes, your disbelief, your wonder, your fear. And in this episode, she becomes something far more dangerous. She becomes the Doctor's protector. When she rushes back into the story to save him, something shifts. There's no sonic screwdriver, no clever tricks, just one person, willing to fight for another. And it's in that quiet bravery, that unspoken bond, that this episode finally cracks the code. Because for too long, Doctor Who's companions were just passengers. But Belinda? She's a challenge. She questions him. She grounds him. And in this moment, she saves him. But what exactly is she saving him from? The engine in this story isn't a machine. It's not metal. It's not wires. It's not technology in any traditional sense. It's living narrative, a web of psychic connections, powered by every story ever told. A structure so advanced, so ancient, it feeds on imagination itself. And worse, it's been watching the Doctor for centuries, cataloging every tale, every whisper, every failure. You see, every time someone tells a story about the dew,